Hi guys, so I know for those of you that saw the week, was it last week? I think it was last week, we talked travel makeup. If you saw that video already, you saw the title of this video and thought, what is she talking about? We've already covered this, I know. So basically, I was trying to pre-film some stuff for holiday. As you watch this right now, I will be away, and I was trying to kind of get ahead. And so I filmed all of that. I did my travel beauty stuff a couple of weeks out. And I had some time with it. I did actually go away for a night, took that with me, the whole thing, did my makeup, kind of got a vibe for what I would use, what I wouldn't. I've been doing my makeup out of that travel beauty stuff for the past week and a half, 2 weeks at this point. And I've realised there's some stuff that I'm just not going to reach for, and I can condense it loads. Now, part of the reason that I wanted to take the big, bulky travel size case thing was because it is protective. I felt like nothing was going to get damaged and I could bring things home quite safely in there. But I feel pretty good about my kind of packing methods. I'm going to make sure all of this is kind of protected within clothes and stuff. And so I've reduced it loads and I thought you guys might be interested. I did ask on Twitter and Instagram whether or not you would want to see just this video, if you wanted to see both. And lots of people said they would like to see kind of the before and after. It's kind of like inside the mind of a beauty junkie. So this is now what I've got. This is my entire travel makeup and brushes in these two compartment things. I do have some skincare stuff that I'm taking. And basically any skincare I'm taking is going in my carry-on, and it is already greatly reduced from what you've seen. You will have seen that in I think my carry-on video is yet to go up. I think I'm all kinds of mixed up. But my carry-on video of like what I'm taking in my like little bag, I will show you in that video what I'm actually taking in terms of condensed toiletries. So this is just makeup today. And now we're finally actually going to get into the body of the video. So this, as I mentioned before, I got from Amazon. I decided I could probably fit all of my makeup in here, and there's space for more, for sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in here some like tissue and stuff just to make sure that it's all padded out so nothing's moving around. I have already noticed that one of these eyeshadows in here has got a little crack in it. It's lost a little section, so I'm definitely going to make sure it's all padded out to protect it. But I really like this. I love this whole little bag. I will leave the link if I can find it because I did buy it a few months ago. So in the most narrow part, there's a large part and a shallow part, I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim. This is what I use day to day. I kind of just use it on this section. I have a get ready with me of this face on IGTV if you're interested. Just kind of like a glowy day-to-day highlight. I nearly took this out because I thought I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but it's fairly compact. It is a travel size anyway. And I really like this one. This is the Candlelight Celestial Powder from Kevyn Aucoin. And it's just a real pow. It's a much more, again, subtle, sheeny highlight, but it's definitely got more to it. And I thought if I want to dress up at night a little bit and do my makeup a little bit more, then this will be really nice. I did take out the Hula Light because I realized I just wasn't reaching for this. It's January. I don't need to be bronzed. Although it is a light, I still wasn't all that into it. I kind of felt like it was just kind of making me look like nothing matched. So I was doing too much bronze here and then everywhere else is just pale because January. This is the blush that I decided to take before and I'm still taking with me. I'm a little bit nervous that a few things I've hit pan on, so I don't want them to break in transit, but I do love this so much. It's Sex Appeal by NARS. It's just a really pretty soft pink. I got it on today. And then this is, I did do a video where I talked about this, but I also have a blog post where I go through every single shade in here. If you're interested, it's like, I think it's called my Ultimate MAC palette. So these are just like what I've decided are my absolute favourite MAC eyeshadows, and I pretty much could reduce that, in honesty, to probably two, which is bronze and satin taupe, these ones here. Again, these are ones that I've got on my eyes today. But if we're going out at night and I feel like I want to sit down and do my makeup a little bit different, it's nice to have options. So into the bulk part of the other side, I'll run through quickly because we did already talk about this. I've got No. 7 Stay Perfect foundation. The colour I've got is Calico. It's definitely my favourite foundation of the moment. I do have a primer with me. This is the Professional Hydrate Primer from Benefit. This was sent to me. I'm still testing out, not 100% sold either way, but I thought I'm quite enjoying it right now. I'm going to use this, especially because I'll be dehydrated after the plane and New York is cold. I've got the NARS, what is this called? Radiant Creamy Concealer. The colour I've got is Light to Vanilla. I like this. I'm using it when we go away. It also is very, very similar in tone to this, a little bit more pink maybe, but it matches really well, I think. Nice for under my eyes especially. I'm taking this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I don't know if you can get a mini size of this, but I have space, so I'm taking the full size anyway. And I love it so much. If you haven't tried that already, give it a go. And my one thing about this before I purchased it was I thought it was going to run out really quickly because it's an aerosol, and it doesn't. It lasts a long time. What else have I got in terms of... Oh, powder. The e.l.f. This is the under eye setting powder. It's just super, super fine powder. I really like this for... I kind of just put my T-zone a little bit more here, anywhere I need to blur or mattify, and I'll do kind of over there, a little bit on the inner corners, chin, done. Super, super fine. I don't really put powder on this side of my face. This side, this section of my face. Right, in terms of eyes, I've got an eye primer from NYX. This is the Proof It. It is super, super long wearing. Not really easy to blend over, so if you want to, you can always just use like a real sheer something over the top. Use like, even if it's an eyeshadow, just something, and then everything else will blend a little bit better on top. Otherwise, what you put on it really sticks. I've got the eyeliner from NYX, which is the Epic Ink liquid liner. This is again something that I may not use at all. It will either be I'll do this or I'll do eyeshadow. Depends on how I feel that day, but I want options. I want options because I know in the past when I haven't had them, I've gone out and purchased things that I really don't need to purchase because I've already got them. And I'm not super excited about things like finding another eyeliner because often I don't like them. I want just what I want. The lips I have pared down because I've been wearing, I was wearing the red a couple of times in the past few weeks. I've worn that red combination again, and I really liked it over Christmas. And I don't know if my lips are particularly dry right now or what, but I didn't like it. It was the cherry lip liner from MAC, and it was the, I think it's called First Class MUA Stilo. Love that. I think it's the lip liner underneath that's too dry for me right now, but it was kind of smudging away and it wasn't cute, so I thought I'm not going to take that, I'm not going to enjoy it. So the bright that I'm taking is the Dynamo lip pencil from MAC. This is their Pro Longwear lip pencil, so it's a little bit creamier, and it's got kind of like a more vibrant, like a raspberry neon-y colour to it. And the Bobbi Brown Crushed lip colour in Watermelon, which is just kind of like a, over the top of the other one it looks brighter, over the top of the lip liner, but it is kind of a nice, bright, kind of corally pink. Which I think, again, is more hydrating, if that's the problem. And then I'm taking the Urban Decay Glide On Lip Pencil in Weirdo. It's a nice kind of warm, peachy nude. And I've got the NARS Rykogen Satin Lip Pencil, which I love even by itself. It's really easy to wear, really easy to wear. Even without a lip liner, I can kind of, it gives me that full lip look that I really like. I'll show you in a video because it's difficult to describe what I'm talking about. And, of course, my Dior Lip Maximizer, which is my all-time favourite. This is just a nice kind of slightly translucent, slightly milky looking gloss. Everything looks beautiful. Everything looks beautiful with this on top of it. Everything. It's expensive, but it lasts a really long time. It's lasted me way over a year, and I use it all the time. How much have I got left of this? It's hard to tell. I think I could see the other day. Would you know, I'm maybe nearly out, but I would buy it again in a heartbeat. I love it so much. And lastly, also I want to mention, this is not one of those it might have a slight tingle to it if you're very sensitive, but it's not one of those tingly, like the lip injection lip things. It's not like that at all. The Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara, also an all-time favourite. Could not travel without it. So that is what I'm taking in terms of makeup. It's still a lot, you know, it's still a lot, but it's less than I was taking before. And I did feel like maybe some of you would be interested in how I'd pared it down. I have ever so slightly edited my tools as well. I'm taking this. This has just been used, so it's massive. But this is the Real Techniques sponge. I'm taking this, which to be quite honest, I may not even need because I've been using the sponge more than not. This is the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face. The Bobbi Brown brushes that I'm going to show you were sent to me, as was this case that they go in. This, I really like that for like buffing out foundation. For concealer, I've been using the Full Coverage Touch Up, which is gorgeous. I did say I really like this brush, and I've mentioned this before. If you were going to splurge on a nice face brush, this possibly is the one. Now, I mean, I do love this. Now, this is a game changer. I have never had a brush that does quite what this does. It's a miniature buffing brush, and so for like just underneath here for your concealer, it's amazing, amazing. I have had brushes like this, but nothing that has worked as well. Isn't it weird? With just ever so slightly, something different. It's a little bit more dense. The bristles feel different. I don't know, but it just kind of airbrushes in my concealer in a way that I have never experienced before. For powder, I use this, which is the setting brush from Real Techniques. I just do kind of, again, down my nose, a little bit here, across, and on my chin, and that is it. I also use this for highlights. For blush, I've been using this Bobbi Brown Angled Face Brush. It's a little bit more dense. Usually, in fact, I'm actually going to take this out as well now, which is a massive edit. What is going on there? I would always use this for my bronzer, and depending on what blush it was, I would use it for that too. This is the blush brush, and I would use it for powder. What is wrong with me today? I would use it for powder, but because I've got a brush that I'm going to use for powder, I'm going to use this for blush, and I'm no longer taking the bronzer. I'm going to take this out too. But I like this because it is a little bit more dense, and the particular blush that I'm taking, which is that soft one from NARS, does need a little bit of something to kind of buff it on, otherwise it kind of disappears. And I'm just taking 3 eye pencils because I'm basically only ever going to do one kind of eye look. Really, I'm not going to be bothered to do anything else. So I've got this one, which is the Eye Shading E55 from Sigma. I've had this from a million years. I don't know if this is still the same numbers, but a million years. I lay down the colour with that initially. I've then got the Bobbi Brown Eye Smudge, which I use underneath my eyes. But if I was going to do something dark, kind of in the crease, I would use this as well. And then the final one is the Ultra Precise Eyeliner. And really all I would use that for is I might spritz it with my setting spray, put it in the black or a dark colour of eyeshadow, and just kind of like smudge out a little bit of something in terms of eyeliner. But just the 3 eye brushes. I'm pretty happy with how I have condensed this, because it's everything I could possibly need without feeling like I have overpacked. So hopefully that was interesting for those of you who were wondering when I mentioned it on Instagram and stuff that I possibly was editing down, and did you want to know? Because I know, I mean, I enjoy makeup packing, I enjoy beauty packing and toiletries, and I go a little bit overboard sometimes, and I knew I had the space to do that this time because, yeah, I'm very excited. We're going premium economy for the first time ever, and probably the only time, because we had points to use, so we didn't have to spend anything, or we just paid tax. I can't remember how it worked, it was so long ago. But it was very exciting because you're allowed to take more luggage. And so part of me was just like, well, just take it, it's no big deal. But then when I was sitting in bed in the hotel that we stayed at, I say it was a Premier Inn, let's not get it twisted. And I was kind of wrestling with all of the stuff I'd got. I thought I can definitely reduce this and make my life easier. So here we are. I also wanted to mention that I am taking this, which is a massive luxury and definitely something, oh, again, you can see what I'm doing, filming out the window. A massive luxury. I bought this when it was on sale through FabFitFun, so I got it on sale anyway, American prices, didn't end up paying any extra shipping because I got it with my FabFitFun box, and I didn't pay any customs. So the whole thing was considerably cheaper than it was full price. I think I ended up getting something like 40% off, but I'm taking this. It is an LED light mirror. Amazing, amazing. You can get tons of things like this. I don't know whether or not it's worth it just as a mirror. It's worth it for me because I can use this to film, and it's basically like taking some decent studio lighting with me. But I realised I never mentioned this in my other video, that I am taking this with me as well. And this is going to go in my carry-on. This will be with my laptop. And it just means that I can sit in bed or sit wherever. I don't need to be at a window. I don't need to have really great lighting in the bathroom because there never is. I can be wherever, and I've got a decent light source and a good size mirror. And it also comes with some stuff where I can kind of like stick my phone on and stuff. So you can expect some content from New York thanks to that mirror. So yeah, that is everything. This is a bonus video because we already talked about these things. And I did have another sponsored John Pye video this week. So again, thank you so much for supporting those videos this month. It's very rare that I will do 2 sponsored videos in the space of a month. But, you know, it was one particular campaign that we were working on together, and so we did 2. And because of that, I felt like I should also put out a bit of a bonus as a thank you, because I do like to think that adverts, sponsorships of that kind do make up less than 10% of my overall content. And yeah, I really appreciate those of you who watch those videos, interact, and are so supportive. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you again. Have I said thank you for watching 4 times now? If you haven't already, please subscribe. Check out my Instagram because there'll be loads of New York spam. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.